All right, everyone. So it's just me for a second here as I address the image on the screen. And, you know, our old friend Mike Jones from the last few weeks. I think everyone else is ready for me to turn their mics on, so I'm bringing their mics live too. So, yeah, so our good friend Mike Jones sends out this tweet uh, asking me to a boxing match. Um, now, can anyone in the chat tell me why this tweet is so funny? Beyond anything super obvious. Gonna give you a chance at it.
It definitely evokes low tax and that really bad movie.
Yeah, it does.
All right, I'm gonna give this one to you guys. You see that lock next to his name? Not only is his account locked, but I'm blocked. So when he sent this out, he knew that there was literally no way I could see it.
Ha!
So hiding behind a block, he makes this ask. Someone who isn't blocked saw it and screen capped it and sent it to me. So yeah, so isn't that hilarious? Now I'm gonna show you the funnier picture, and I hope everyone on stream with me can also, because I gotta say, I know how to box. I took him, by the way. Like if you look at that image, I took him. Little old me.
Oh
When you
shit!
say I can take a punch, I can take a punch. No, I didn't take him, dude. That guy, no, I would never have let him punch me. What the hell? I was 17, and I was the joke guy on the back of a boxing catalog, wearing all the Everlast stuff. It was Ringside's catalog in 1997, selling all their boxing equipment. And they wanted me dressed in 70s style boxing equipment next to their much better, more modern looking stuff. Yeah, it's no. Now I will say that 3 days later, I did accidentally take a punch from Evander Holyfield in that same office. It wasn't a full-on punch. He was trying to hold back, but the goal was to get an image on the front of the catalog with him swinging at me and just missing, like movie style. So it looked like he hit me. So he just glances my nose, but him just glancing me by like a half an inch farther in than he wanted to, like I went back 5 feet. I went flying. Like it was like what the fuck, and he was trying to miss. I am surprised I stood up. It did take about 10 minutes before I felt like standing up, and he was standing over me apologizing for like the entire time. Like, oh my god, did I kill him?
Oh my god! I'm so sorry. Please don't sue me. Oh.
I mean, we had signed like the releases and shit for the
Yeah.
shoot, but I was actually doing IT work for Ringside when that was happening, and their marketing guy came over to me one day. I was there just to like repair they had a really shit network, and they didn't care that I was 17 because I could do that type of work in '97. Cause they had a whole Linux and Unix network in their warehouse, and I could do it, right? And their marketing guy comes over and says, "Hey, I wanted to kind of get to know the IT people. Want to do lunch?" And he's like this surfer guy, and he's really bright and loud and energetic. And I go out to lunch with him, and we're out there, and we're sitting there, and he says, I've got an ad idea I want to run by you. And he tells me this whole ad idea without asking me to be in it. He doesn't have the balls to say, do you want to play the skinny white guy? Do you want to play the guy that would look funny in boxing equipment? He doesn't have it in him. So at the end of his, like, explaining it, I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. And he was like, I wasn't asking you. He jumped back like, no, I'm not trying to insult you. I was like, dude, this will be hilarious. Put me in the Everlast shit.
That's fucking amazing.
But yeah, so I do actually have a past. In the end, I did end up actually going to work for them and even reffing the Silver Gloves for one season, which was a lot of fun. So I did also get a hell of a lot of reps in on the speed bags and everything else. Like I can actually do the thing with the speed bag. I can make it go pretty damn fast and keep up with it. It's not that I'm hitting it hard. My arms still aren't much bigger than that. I am still kind of small, but I can fucking take a punch. So like,
Heavy bag go.
I just think it's hilarious that that he sent me this while I was blocked, so I couldn't see it. To make me like look bad for not doing something for women in tech, I guess. I don't know. Like I found that fucking hilarious. So Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
So how about all of us? We're live. It's the three of us. Hi, everybody. Thanks for that sub there, Amber.
It's always really frustrating when people are like, "Oh, you need to get a Cash App or a Venmo or something." It's like, I'm fucking Canadian. I'm sorry. I don't have your magical American fintech bullshit. Oh, Lordy.
Don't worry, I put mine in the chat. We'll be fine. I'll send you some. You got Venmo, right?
I have PayPal. I have fucking PayPal.
Okay, so yeah,
I'm gonna start this out by saying that a friend at the Thinking Project, as a celebratory thing for a lot of the recent Parler stuff, sent me this bottle of tequila.
Nice.
So tonight I'm drinking for Mindy, who sent me this, and for Donk, because she's fucking incredible.
Yeah. Where would be we without Donk right now?
Woo!
How many let's just say it, how many right-wing nutjob, bastard, Proud Boy types, alt-righters, Nazis, and the rest of them would be safe if it wasn't for that data dump where we were able to ID like an extra few hundred of them? Like, I mean, thanks, Donk. Thanks, Donk.
Yeah. No, we're still fucking working. Still grinding it out.
There's some private search engines that were built that a few of us have access to that are fun, that we're all playing around with, that have it all indexed and everything else. So yeah, there's still a lot of that work going on. But the news today, of course, is back to the images. Is dun dun dun. John Matsey, Parler CEO, was fired for pushing to ban QAnon people from the media, social media app. This is what
he wasn't involved in that decision.
No. Okay. There's a through line here.
Yeah.
Do you have his conversation with me on Parler when I first registered?
I don't. Oh, but I know the one you're talking about. I remember watching that one. That's the one where you tell him what a shit UI this has and ask where the money went, and right, that one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have them all. I have them right here.
So good old John here. I don't buy it personally. I think he was fired and he needs a way out, and his way out of slightly regaining any piece of his career is to say that he was actually trying to be the good guy, and that's why they fired him.
Oh,
I don't buy it. Do you?
I don't fully buy it. I think he wanted to get rid of QAnon because they were really making his place look like a sewer, but I think that's as far as it went. I don't think he was pushing in the direction of removing quote unquote domestic terrorists and hate groups like the Proud Boys from his platform. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, if you read the rest of the article, it goes into more detail about he wanted to like get all the supposed bad actors off. It wasn't, I mean, the title of course just mentions QAnon, but like it was everyone the rest of us would have liked to have seen gone. And while I do believe QAnon he definitely wanted gone, I don't believe the rest of them he wanted gone. Another interesting piece of the puzzle that just came out about an hour ago is this. Parler wanted Donald Trump on the site, and Donald Trump's team would only get him on the site if he owned part of Parler. He wanted an ownership stake, and he wanted a majority stake compared to any other investor, which would have been 40%. And they were working up the paperwork to sell it to him throughout December, through late December and early January. They were getting ready to sign some finalized paperwork, and
that makes sense in context to how they were out there talking about how they were working on having a platform.
Yeah. So now, of course, the 6th happens, and they break off all talks of doing any of this because they don't know, and then days later they're gone. So it never ended up happening. But yeah, there was a real chance there before the 6th happened that Trump was going to own 40% of Parler.
And even funnier is they were talking back in the summer about basically the similar deal.
Yeah.
And it fell through because they wanted Trump to make Parler his main platform.
Yeah, they wanted him off of Twitter.
And then a few months later,
Woo!
So here we are. Excuse me there. So yeah, Parler is still just it doesn't even exist at this point, and it's still making news about how bad everything was done. And it doesn't exist anymore is kind of thanks to all of us and the people involved and the other people. Like there's so many people to thank for this going down, but the initial kind of wave of hitting them was that guy over there. He started with the Ron Watkins account, and then the Jim Watkins account, and then the verified, and then and we just kept going, and he got me over there, and I got, and just. By the end of it,
and also the cyclone, the news.parler.com mail breach was actually
mail breach, and I mean,
which is why
Donk's
their denials about it are why Donk started poking at the platform in the first place.
I would love, there's in the chat someone says, I wonder how many subpoenas won't get filed against Parler thanks to Donk's work, and I'm wondering if Donk had is someone maintains this list, so there's got to be a list of probably /C's, maybe some /B's that are all government, everything from FBI up, that are there. You could Donk and the others who run these sites actually check their logs for how many times a day the federal government is hitting that content and downloading evidence, because that would be a hilarious number to know. Oh God.
Oh, this whole thing is just. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm like, am I actually alive? Like, is any of this shit actually happening? Because it even blows my mind.
Kurt comes out of the darkness and we get fun times.
Yes.
Let's keep it going at this pace, really. This is the speed that it needs to go. So
this is the momentum. Perfect fucking momentum. Just every fucking week, something's happening.
So a lot of stuff came out of Parler, out of a bunch of other places about all the disinformation campaigns due to the Dominion voting systems and the Smartmatic voting systems, and as of the last few days, Dominion and Smartmatic are suing fucking everybody,
including Jim and Ron Watkins.
If you said their name funny, if you looked at them wrong, you on the list now, and they're coming for everyone. Now, this afternoon, Lou Dobbs' show was canceled on Fox. Kind of out of nowhere, just boom, Lou Dobbs is gone. And it looks like there's a high possibility that it's related to this. And I think that's fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Lou Dobbs has been a real piece of shit for a long time.
Right?
You can hardly say someone deserves it more than him, even if there's some others on the list that are at the same level.
I'll say this. Lou Dobbs is the Jake Tapper of Fox News.
Tucker Carlson. The day Tucker Carlson is gone, there will be champagne bottles popped. I'll tell you that much.
Yes. So, So Dominion's going after people for large sums too. I mean, they've sued multiple different people, and all of the cases are at least $1 billion, like 1.2, 1.6. Smartmatic's new case is, I think, $2.3 billion they're suing. Everyone is getting sued. It's fucking hilarious.
And it's even funnier because it's all defamation cases, which are notoriously pretty much just about the hardest cases to prove. But in all of these cases, they have the best defamation case you can get. They have such overwhelming evidence in favor of all of their claims that
don't forget that Ron Watkins literally made a Dominion employee contractor or some poor guy because they doxed him from his employee badge. Dude was getting threats against his life. They have a pretty open and shut case here across the board.
And the statements that are being made, or that were being made.
Read the manual. Yeah. I know how it works.
Oh, it's crazy. I can't wait. It is fun times.
It has been for me for months. I I've had an idea of certain machinations that were going on behind the scenes in terms of the judicial process, and since October, it's been this slow build of just like okay, it's gonna happen, it's gonna fucking happen. It hurts to wait, and just keep making more shit, keep throwing more shit on the pile, and now this last couple of weeks. Just this payoff of just watching the hammer drop on all these motherfuckers is so fucking satisfying. You have no idea, and there's still so much more to do.
So I wanna show a video that I think is hilarious. No, it's not this one, even though I love that video. We are going to bring up another video here, and this video is the disclaimer that OAN is playing before Mike Lindell's My Pillow Guy's video, before his 3-hour documentary.
A nice copy of the text of the whole thing.
We paid, this guy paid us a lot of money, so we're playing it, but please don't sue us.
Do not take any of this as facts.
Producer of this program and is solely and exclusively responsible for its content. The topic of this broadcast is the 2020 election. OAN has undertaken its own reporting on this topic. This program is not the product of OAN's reporting. The views, opinions, and claims expressed in this program by Mr. Lindell and other guests, presenters, producers, or advertisers are theirs, and theirs alone, and are not adopted or endorsed by OAN or its owners. In particular, OAN does not adopt or endorse any statements or opinions in this program regarding the following entities or people: U.S. Dominion, Inc., and any related entities, Smartmatic USA Corp., Brian Kemp, Brad Raffensperger, or Gabriel Sterling. Further, the statements and claims expressed in this program are presented at this time as opinions only and are not intended to be taken or interpreted by the viewer as established facts. The results in the 2020 presidential election remain disputed and questioned by millions of Americans who are entitled to hear from all sides in order to help determine what may have happened.
Hello, everyone. This is Mike Lindell, the CEO of My Pillow.
All right, everyone. So if you paid attention to that right there, they literally just said, nothing you're about to hear is true. You can't blame us. We told you it was all a lie, but everyone's entitled to hear lies, right?
He paid a lot of money!
Yeah. I mean, that's an amazing disclaimer. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely reminiscent of Glenn Beck asking his questions. Oh, that is just what is going on. That disclaimer wins for the year already.
Yeah, that's like the Tucker Carlson in court argument.
That's something that you would expect to see on South Park or some shit. I swear to God.
So let's make the best transition we've ever made. We just watched the Mike Lindell documentary disclaimer, and now we're going to talk about the fact that our guest from last Wednesday, William Legate, and David Hogg are starting a competitor to My Pillow and starting their own pillow company, and it will be up and running in about 6 months. Pre-orders are going to start in about 5 months, and we're all going to get better pillows from better people. And that's fucking awesome. And one of the funnier things to me has been watching David Hogg all day responding to people like, no, it's true. I'm really making pillows, because they don't believe him. I think he's going to die from the laughter. Yeah, this pillow fucks. Yeah, so...
That should be the name of the company right there.
Right? That should be the name of the company.
2021 is indeed just a giant fucking meme. I I can't handle it.
All of 2020, you're sitting there every day like, why? Why the fuck did this happen? All of 2021 so far, it's been like, holy shit. Like, it's like slightly the opposite.
2020
Still bad.
inverted.
Yeah. Oh my God. So yeah. So and what's funny is the day before they announce it, I'm literally having that conversation with my wife. Like, hey, I need new pillows. These pillows are kind of, they're just beat up. They're old. I need new pillows. But I'm not buying a My Pillow. But I need a slightly better pillow. And so what do I do? And then the next day they announce their pillow company. I have.
Can you just as a tangent, can you just put this tweet up for a second? I'm not going to give any context right now, but if you want an exemplary example of just like 2021 being a fucking meme, just please, for the love of God, just put this up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love this one. Here, Stream. We're gonna put another image up here. Let's go with the image browser. Desktop. Yeah. So, if you didn't know, like that's the DoD Cybercrime Center, referred to as the DC-3 because Cybercrime Center, and they think they're like funny or something. Tweeting at India. If you don't know, NCIIPC is India's national agency for the protection of critical information infrastructure. So, like, our DoD's like researchers are now tweeting at India, saying, "Hey, like your shit's vulnerable." Like, what? Like, I mean,
Is there like a phone number or something? You should
like, check your email. We're the DoD. Like,
no, I'm not going to give any more context. But
it's funny, right?
You can probably fill in some blanks here on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's this is where we are. Countries are now talking to each other via tweets. I mean, we already had America talking to everyone via tweets because Trump was the president, but like this is a whole new level of foreign policy. Like this is where we are.
Oh my God, I'm tripping. I can't stop laughing. It hurts.
Shaka when the walls fell. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, indeed, San Antonio. Oh God. Whew. Let Kurt catch up. Let's let Kurt catch up with himself there. Get some oxygen in there. Yeah. So yeah. I happen to be an expert on bird law, so yes. Oh my God, dude. So then we go right from the fun, because William Legate was on the show last week, which was fun. I loved having him on. We might do it again. But I texted him like right after the announcement came out, like I need one of those pillows. Like as soon as you're actually manufacturing, I got to be one of the first pre-orders. Like oh my God, give me one. But So now let's talk GameStop because short ladder after short ladder after short ladder has been run. And they got it all the way down into the 50s today, but it's back up into the 60s. It's bounced off of 90 again. It looks to be going back in the right direction. But, a lot of people who held with those diamond hands should have sold at 300?
Yeah. This was not Occupy Wall Street again. This was not. And, I tried to say this last week, but it's a lot of unfortunate people got left holding the bag, And
Well, people need to learn how to cost average themselves in and do the exact opposite on the way down, too. Like, leave yourself some room to still make plays, but, like, you can get out on the way down and just, sell off partial positions to, not lose the millions of dollars that we watched people lose. I mean, holy shit. Those short ladders, though, are illegal and they need to be fucking stopped. So we're going to see what the Senate hearing with the Financial Committee has to say about it. The other thing we learned was Deep Fucking Value has to go in front of that committee. So he's going to go talk to them. So we get to watch on C-SPAN live Deep Fucking Value talking to Congress, which I don't know. I think that's hilarious. I can't wait to see that.
It is.
I hope they address him like
by his name
handle instead of his real name.
And now up to make a statement. Reddit user Deep Fucking Value.
Right.
Mr. Deep Fucking Value, could you explain to the chamber?
No. The baller move here is because we kind of know that's not going to happen. But here's what Keith could do. He could get one of those little wooden signs that says his name, like the higher ups in companies have on the front of their desk that says Deep Fucking Value. And when he sits down, just pull it out and set it on the table, and just have that facing the cameras.
They have them in front of all the senators. He just needs to get one that's just like the.
I mean, I gotta say that's the move. I was trying to reach out to him today. I wanted to have a conversation with him, but he flew out to Denver this morning, and I don't know why he's going there. Maybe he's taking another movie deal like everyone else, seemingly involved is trying to do.
Oh, God, that brings us to a next point. The Wall Street bets.
Oh, the subreddit drama has been so fun.
Oh, my God, the subreddit drama. Okay. So, all right. Now that Hollywood is interested and there's talks of movie deals and stuff going around, all of a sudden the absentee original mods of that subreddit have decided to come back and take back control because, oh, hey, we're going to have a movie. And, well, they booted out the original, the original mods have booted out the people that have been taking care of the place since then.
The people who have been in control since it had 500,000 subs. So the people who rode all the way from there, did all the work up to this 8 million subs over the last 2 years, they all got kicked out last night.
Yep. There's a Wall Street Bets test subreddit where all of the people that were ousted have gone to. And right now, they're petitioning Reddit staff like, "Hey, this ain't okay." Blah 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 blah.
Because we're on the other side of that already. Spez showed up, and the Reddit admins said, "What the fuck?" Took off all of the new mods that had accounts that were created like yesterday. Put the mods that had been banned back as mods. Put one of them in control and got rid of the admin. So like the Reddit admins just showed up and cleaned house and put it back to where it should have been a few days ago. And so now all the people that signed all those deals because they run it, like that sold their life rights or anything else, they have the past stories, but they no longer control shit. So now Reddit, Wall Street Bets again, is in the hands of the people who have really actually kind of maintained it through all of this. And the Reddit admins just basically walked in. Now, as I understand it from one of the private conversations that happened on one of their Discords, they were basically told, look, this is the third time in 2 years we've had to come in and kind of break our own rules to fix this shit. Could you stop? So, they weren't necessarily happy about having to deal with this mess, but
sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
It wasn't hard for them to notice it because some of these threads in the subreddit had been going so strong that they were getting so many responses and so many upvotes so quickly that Reddit itself wasn't able to handle the server load. And so the admins were already paying attention here and already culling threads and splitting threads and doing other stuff for the mods and already working with them just to keep Reddit alive. Because Reddit's code base is horrendous.
You can say that Reddit got slash-dotted.
Yes, it did.
Yes.
Me and my 5-digit, ID agree with you. Low 5-digit, by the way.
Ugh.
But, yeah. But, yeah, so the admin stepped in and did their damn work. And no, the Slashdot thing is no longer a thing. You can no longer use Slashdot to take down a site. It is not that powerful anymore. You, however, can use GameStop to take down Reddit, it turns out. So, you know. But yeah, so the Reddit, the drama in that subreddit
is it really GameStop or is it the New York Stock Exchange that can take down Reddit? Let's be real here.
Yeah, because there were, you know, so the other thing that was happening over the last few days is people with botnets screaming to hold as it went down. And it turned out that, like, if you looked at some of these accounts, one account alone was making 250 comment replies a minute for over an hour, screaming at everyone to hold. This was a paid botnet that was working to keep everyone's money in while all the shorts recouped a little. This was Wall Street hedge funds and some fuckery, which, again, sounds to me like market manipulation that's probably illegal in some way. Yeah, the botnet was on the Discord too.
They probably paid China or someone to do it, and just, I mean, Russian troll. Like, realistically, they're not going to be able to connect that to anybody. Let's be real.
No, it's going to be really hard. Some of the bots were like upwards of 10 years old too, so like they burned an old, like a good aged botnet too for this one. So they spent some money on that botnet.
Woo!
You know, a 5-day-old bot ain't worth nothing. That's 2 cents. A 10-year-old bot that hasn't posted in a decade but can still log in and post, well, now, that's worth some money.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been offered, like, rent money, like, multiple months of my rent for my account because it was created, like, 2 days after Reddit went live. But live, it was, like, in beta testing, so I've got, like, the badge that says, like, literally almost the creation date, and for some reason, there's people out there who think there's value in having that badge, and I don't understand. Like, I don't get any special powers for having it, so there's nothing special about this account. Like, it can't post faster or something.
It's all about the age clout. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with, like, people spending thousands of dollars for 5-digit Steam IDs. And I have some salt over that because of a friend that got my fucking 5-digit Steam ID from the fucking beta got banned because a friend decided to, while I was out having a cigarette, install fucking Counter-Strike source aimbot. Ugh.
I mean,
I never spoke to him again.
My worst account I ever lost was just to keep it out of the hands of the people who had it before I stole it from them. And I had it for 7 years. I literally lost it when my computers were taken away as I was raided by, the government. I was the actual real English word spelled correctly, one word. My AOL handle for AIM was scammer. So that was actually my AIM handle, scammer. And, so that was an account that was created on AOL, like literally like 2 weeks into it existing. And so I had a lot of fun with that account because you could just totally fuck with people with that account.
How much fun did you have with AOL?
Well, so AOL was interesting because I loved that people were using it because the admins had to start fighting against AOL specifically. And I was using the IVY scripts hack, which was going around like some of the EFNet places where we could send admin commands and moderator commands through the IVY scripts, which were much more fun. The AOL, you could have some fun flooding chat rooms and whatnot. But, like, I mean, the IVY scripts were a little more fun. Because you could delete people's content. Like, anything they posted, you could delete. You could just mass delete their entire inboxes. All they had to do was send you one email, and then you could respond, deleting their entire inbox. The IVY scripts were fun. Good times.
How many Reddit IDs do y'all have? I only have one. And,
I have one.
I have a couple.
Yeah. No,
I told
like
this before.
honestly, Reddit ain't my bag. It ain't.
It hasn't been mine, but like I've told this bit before, but I still find it funny when we get into like Reddit stuff like this. I did not create my Reddit account. Yes, it is Gregg Housh. Yes, it is Gregg H. And yes, it is my email address. But Alexis Ohanian and Aaron Swartz actually created my account. I used to hang out with Aaron here in Boston, and when they were working on all this, he asked me if I wanted to like test, and I said sure, and they created an account, but like then never told me and never gave me access to the testing, and so I just didn't know that it existed. And when I saw Reddit come live and they kept asking me to like join, I was like, because I just didn't feel it, right? And so like it was literally 2 years later that I tried to sign up for an account to Reddit to respond to somebody who I felt I needed to respond to, because I guess that's how Reddit works, and that I found my email address had been used. And so I did the forgot password and got in, only to realize that for 2 years I had been the owner of /r/anonymous. So I go to /r/anonymous and it's just full of spam. I'm the only moderator. and it hasn't been, like, no one has treated this thing right for 2 years. And so, of course, I brought in, like, a bunch of mods and, like, I asked them, like, please clean this up. Like, what the hell? And I reached out to Alexis, like, hey, you could have told me you gave me that, because, like, and his response was, you told me the site sucked. I didn't want to talk about it.
So nothing has changed.
That's literally how I became the owner of that subreddit. Or, yeah, I didn't.
Goddamn Redditors! I run an image board. I'm allowed to say these things. I'm okay. I'm not gonna say I'm racist against Redditors because that's fucked up. But
yeah. Ugh.
Woo!
Whew. So you guys want to hear something hilarious here in Boston? And by hilarious, I mean what the fuck?
Sure.
Are you ready for this one?
Yeah, this one's
So
I've been dying already. I don't know, man.
So let's go with this one. Let's go with Boston here, because our first black police commissioner has retired. Good for him. It looks like he might be making a mayoral run, right? ACAB, defund the police, fuck them all. So the black commissioner leaves, right? And they replace him not just with a white guy, but they literally replace him with Danny White, the last name White. Like, I really think they were going for like something there. So now the new one, as of the end of last week, our new Boston police commissioner is Mr. White. Funny, right? So that's enough. We're done here, right? No. That is not where the story ends, because they were so quick to realize they had the chance to do that fucking thing where they put a guy whose name was Mr. White in after the black guy, that they didn't do strong enough background checks. And it turns out he's a wife abuser. He threatened people with his service weapon multiple times and had it taken away from him. Got suspended multiple times for domestic abuse. And so on day 3 of him being Boston's police commissioner, he was suspended. He has been put on leave while they figured out what to do. And
with
exactly.
Pay?
So
with pay?
Yeah, of course. It's the cops. It's their union.
All right.
So
ACAB, motherfucker.
So we had a new police commissioner in Boston for 3 days. Technically, he only got 2 of them that'll count on his record as working. And like, the issue here is, you're probably going to say it, so go.
Yeah, look, if they're going to hold every cop who beats his wife accountable, how many cops are they going to have left?
Like 5!
Yeah, like 5, literally. Like, that's it. And you know what? That's the 5 gay cops who go home and beat their husbands. So, I mean.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I mean, so, yeah, so just.
Civil servants, my ass!
So, yeah, so that just happened in Boston over the last, like, 5 days. Like, the black guy quits. They specifically replace him with a guy with the last name of White as some sort of a signal. And then, because they rushed that so fast to get White into office, they didn't do their work. And turns out, not that he was as bad as the rest of them, but that it was publicly known that he was as bad as the rest of them, which is where the problem is for them. The problem for all of us is, of course, ACAB.
Yes!
Kurt, how can you possibly say that it's ridiculous to call these people civil servants when they're so dedicated to their jobs they even bring it home with them?
I am so glad he has ducking on.
Yeah, right.
Chat, how happy are you that Kurt's system ducks? That's what that's called, by the way, when it gets so loud that the audio cuts.
I have a really good compressor! And that's why I'm so comfortable just going all out!
So good times. So yeah, so Boston is just being Boston. Did I hear the news out of Denver? Yeah, the mental health workers. Yeah, so I tweeted this one out a couple days ago. This is really great news. They sent a bunch of mental health workers instead of cops to mental health issues, and surprisingly, none of the people on these over 200 calls had to get arrested or shot or put away. They all got dealt with properly.
The part that impressed me the most about that story is the fact that it turned out that like a third of the calls to the new organization came from the police. So the police have actually signed on there. Like,
no. The police were like, so wait, you're telling me I can sit here and eat more donuts?
Yeah,
exactly. You go do it.
No, we'll just call you, sure.
Yeah. You're telling me that I'm going to get paid for when someone calls me, I call another guy and tell him to go do it? Yeah. I'll be the boss. It's cool. That's what every cop in Denver was thinking when they okayed this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
But it's working. It's another city that has implemented a test plan to see how this works, and it is working. And I love that. I'm a big fan of this going that way.
Woo!
So
Fuck it, just abolish the police already. Fuck, they're useless. Just let the fucking communities handle their own goddamn.
Police exist for racist reasons. They were started for racist reasons. They exist for those racist reasons, and you can tell through their actions that they are still those racists. Anyone who says it's changed in 400 years is a dumbass.
Yep.
Or a liar, or a grifter, or making money off of it because they work for the union.
Hey, no, it has changed in 400 years. It's gotten more organized. 400 years ago, they weren't police. They were, the...
mercenaries?
Mercenaries and...
enforcers!
Yeah. So you know what happened today? Today we learned all about the Democrats doing their attack on Section 230. Which will, of course, it's something the Republicans have been trying to attack for a year now. And they kept introducing bills that would basically limit the amount of moderation that could happen, basically allowing a hell of a lot more speech to go through that would be problematic, allowing big tech platforms to basically be opened up for way more lawsuits, which is what the Republicans wanted. But also, that would affect all of the small platforms, too. They didn't want to talk about that, of course.
I'm in Canada. I don't count.
And so, yes, but all the platforms that we're all sharing do have this responsibility, so it still affects us all.
It does. I love, actually, one of the big excuses that I use on 420 chan itself, this is a little bit of a tangent, but here in Canada, there is no freedom of speech.
Nope.
I'm just going to open with that. Freedom of speech does not exist in this nation. And I heavily leveraged that fact and the fact that hate speech is a prosecutable offense with many examples, including with politicians in recent memory. I abuse this factor to just tell Nazis to fuck off with your fucking First Amendment garbage. I don't need to let you hear. We're a Canadian community. Fuck you, go away.
Right.
So I laugh whenever shit involving free speech starts getting weaponized or stuff like Section 230 drama happens in the United States. Yeah. Continue.
Yeah. So now we have the Republicans spending a year going at cutting 230 down a little. And now the Democrats have come at it their way because it turns out, again, like we know, they both want a lot of the same things. And they're coming at it from the opposite side. They want to add a bunch to it and add a bunch of necessary things you've got to do. And none of them are possible. And the bill, the way it edits 230, basically makes it unenforceable, makes it also something that no tech company could actually accomplish. Like, there's technical impossibilities in the new bill. So it's just in every way complete bullshit, but it's now what the Democrats are pushing. And it's just, I was expecting them to still go after 230, but I was at least expecting, since I have way more tech friends who are Democrat than Republican, that their bill would at least be more technically sound. It would still be bad, but no, it turns out the Democratic bill is less technically sound than the Republican bill. And theirs was already like asinine. Theirs was already like nonsensical. And now it's worse. Wow. So, yeah.
Today is Punch a Nazi Day indeed.
As always, must be said every stream. Every
day.
day is Punch a Nazi Day. So happy Punch a Nazi Day, everybody. And if you can't identify a Nazi, there's a lot of them out there. I would say of a subgroup of like 74 million people, I would go as high as to say 30 million of them. In my, terms of how racism works and, what I would use that word for.
Hey. Okay, I got a good next subject for you.
Yeah.
I got a good one. Canada labeling
this is going. Yeah.
the Proud Boys and multiple other white supremacist groups as full-blown terrorist organizations. That's one for you.
That will be
Holy
interesting
shit!
Because with the Republicans in power, I would have thought, well, what happens when one literally does something in America that Canada says is outright absolute terrorism and says you're going to hand them over? Now, we have a pretty long history of handing people back and forth across that border, and I don't think any of our politicians want to set precedent in a way where Canada won't hand someone over to us. So the Republicans weren't going to hand over Proud Boys, but I think the Democrats will. That'll be interesting to see, because it's a whole different thing.
Come on! Give us Gavin! Give him back! Give him back! God, Gavin! Gavin! We want Gavin! We want Gavin!
People are going to be having more fun with Gavin here soon. I have shared lots of fun information with someone who is planning fun, and we'll see where that goes. Maybe we'll talk about it once it's happened. Right? Everyone who dislikes Gavin and the Proud Boys should probably go to that URL and read the wonderful Viceland.pdf there. Because it is the movie script that tells the whole story of Vice and where it came from and them growing up and him starting the Proud Boys. All of it, start to finish. It's great. It's it's one of those things where the story tells you something really bad that happened, but like it would be entertaining. I would watch that movie. There's a lot of historical movies that talk about bad times. How many World War II movies are there? So like, while I don't want them to make any, luckily they have nothing to do with this. I would like to see this movie. But Viacom has a big part to play in the movie and also in their ownership stake now of Vice, so it probably isn't going to get made because they've been pushing their weight around and telling Hollywood, you aren't making this.
Yeah, so the author of the script,
Thank
a lot
you,
of people, Caleb, a lot of people were after we went and we blasted this out, a lot of people were asking, hey, like blacklisted and stuff. And it seems that there is a confusion in that there is a list of unproduced Hollywood scripts that is called, yes, it is called the Blacklist. That is a series of really, really fucking fire hot scripts that nobody has bought yet and aren't in production. Yes.
And this one, we know the reason. Viacom says no.
Yes, exactly. So there is a distinction here. It's not that, oh, hey, just nobody's picked it up yet. It's nobody wants to touch this motherfucker. So when we're saying that this list is blacklisted, it doesn't mean that, oh, hey, it's in this list of fucking hot fire scripts that nobody's picked up yet. It's literally because nobody wants to touch the motherfucker. Like, that's it. I had to go on that little tangent because a lot of people have been reaching out to me and people were going and spreading it on 4chan, on slash TV and stuff, and getting shit on, saying that you fucking retards, you didn't do this. It's on the blacklist means this, but no, there's a little bit more going on there.
A couple Hollywood insiders who maintain that blacklist, who actually read scripts for a living, went and said something about, it belongs on the list of scripts that we wish would have gotten made.
Yes.
It doesn't mean it was out there. It doesn't mean anyone got to read it. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that.
Yes.
So let's talk about one of the other pieces, since we just talked about 230. I'm sure a lot of people have been watching, and Myanmar just had a military coup, and we went from the military running it to, we thought the people were going to be running it, and then the military running it again. In the middle there, where we thought it was a people's uprising and the people, like the people's representative, no, she was not. Turns out she was not as good as everyone had hoped when she took over power. Most definitely not. Now we just, what the fuck? Like, there's no side currently fighting for power there that has a chance at that power that I think any one of us could possibly support. But the military has now cut, much like every other major situation like this, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram have all been blocked as of today. Facebook was blocked like 2 days ago, but Twitter and Instagram got blocked today. So now in Myanmar, we have no more content coming out on any of the major platforms.
I have a lot that I wish that I could say on this, but I'm not going to.
Indeed. There's stuff happening about that.
The one thing I will say about that situation is that I did get a lot of enjoyment watching U.S. media trying to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's been a while, like, really debating whether to use the word coup. They were like, that might be a little awkward. Maybe we should use some other words.
Yeah.
I gotta reach out to some people of the telecomics persuasion.
Indeed. We had a lot of fun with them back when, people of the blue persuasion. It was fun. Love those guys. But, I think people are going to step up and do some stuff, but we'll see. And hi to you too, Kalios10. Why not? How's it going, chat? Everyone hit that subscribe button and the like button and the other buttons.
Subscribe. You got Amazon Prime. You can just link that with shit with your Twitch account. You can give a fucking Amazon Prime subscription and take some money out of Jeff Bet. Oh, wait. I can't say that anymore. I mean, and Jeff Bezos is.
He still owns.
Yeah, he's still gonna make his money. He just moved over to the board instead of being CEO. And the guy who took over is not better. The guy who took over defended their selling of facial recognition technology to the police as well. They haven't abused it yet. Let's not assume that they're going to.
No.
Wait, what?
They haven't been publicly identified as abusing it, except for all the times that they did.
Really?
Okay, so if you're interested in Burma, hit me up. That's all I'll say. Moving on.
There you go. Indeed. So we talked about the boxing match. Matse got fired. GME. Marjorie Taylor Greene, good old MTG, the QAnon in Congress, was removed from all of her committee positions, meaning she's no longer on the education committee for being a QAnon nut job. And what I just find horrible about that is that only 11 Republicans actually voted to remove her, which was the number they needed, but only 11.
Okay. So, all right. There are two facets to this. So, it is incredibly dangerous. The current thing that's going on right now, where the Democrats are now labeling the Republican Party as the Q Party.
QOP, GQP, GOPQ. I don't care which one you use.
They put out a statement. Instead of calling somebody a Republican, they just said that they were Q. Like the party designator was Q instead of R. Okay, so stop, for the love of God. Anybody that sees this, hears this, whatever the fuck, stop making it a core central point of the U.S. political process. Just do not continue to radicalize QAnon and people that believe that bullshit. Do not continue to blow them up within the U.S. political sphere. Because the more you do that, the more you make them embrace it. There is a cause and effect here, and this is actually really fucking dangerous because given the whole towing the party line thing, the more you make it acceptable for sitting Republicans to embrace those within the QAnon sphere, the harder you're going to make this bullshit going forward. So stop that. For the love of fucking God, just stop it. Do not fucking use QAnon as political ammunition. Just don't.
Yeah,
you
go
idea.
after them for being them. You don't yeah.
Go
I got
after
you.
their beliefs of the conspiracy theories, but for the love of God, do not use QAnon as a slur. Don't use it as a label. Just please, don't. It's a mistake.
Jeremy, if you're like enjoying talking to the troll, keep going, but like you're feeding one, and I think you know better than that. So it's up to you if if it's entertaining to you or not. But just so you know, so I don't know. What does chat want to talk about? What do you got for us, chat? Besides more subs, more cheers, let's get a hype train going. How does that work? I saw one happen the other day. I have no idea how that works.
Yeah.
One of these days I'll figure this stuff down. Kurt's power outage.
Oh, Lordy. Okay, so, yeah. I woke up a number of days ago. So I typically, being that my house is full of technology, full of just like active noise, when it turns into dead silence, that means that something catastrophic has happened. So I'm laying in bed, and all of a sudden I'm like, because I hear this, my phone buzzes, and I'm laying there, I'm just face down, my phone's next to my pillow, because I sleep, my phone is next to my pillow every night. It's not on a nightstand or anything. It is literally, it's right there. It's on silence mode, but there's a few things that are set to bypass silence and just go immediately to me. And my phone buzzes. I'm like, the fuck is going on? There has been a scheduled maintenance on electricity in your area, and the estimated time of restoration is 1 p.m. It's 8 a.m. in the morning.
Nice.
So I'm like, I didn't get notice of any of this. I didn't get any notice whatsoever. So I fucking shoot out of bed. I'm like, I don't have, what the fuck is going on? I run down to the basement where I have my server cluster, which is battery backup by UPS. And I'm like, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh, god damn it, what the fuck, oh shit. There's no Wi-Fi. How the fuck am I gonna fucking get into the console? Because I do a safe shutdown. So I'm like, I'm running around the house. Fucking around the house. And my UPS is old and aged enough where the battery capacity, it says it's got 25 minutes, but that's complete and utter bullshit. Because about 6-7 minutes in, all of a sudden, like, I gotten I dragged my laptop downstairs, I plugged in an Ethernet cable into the port that I remembered had fucking VLAN access, and then I'm in the middle of trying to do a fucking safe suspension and shut down the cluster and just like...
And of course.
Naturally.
Yeah. Then, so I'm just like, oh, great. Okay, so much for that fucking safe shutdown fuck you. And to make matters worse, so power comes back up around 1. Cluster boots. My man had switched. Forgot the fucking previous configuration. So that comes in later. I didn't fucking notice that. So my ESXi cluster, you know, some of the nodes, they start booting up, and they're like, oh hey, your RAID configuration is fucked because devices are missing. So I'm like, oh great. Of course. Yeah. Okay, great. So RAID 1 of the fucking disks had a failure. So I'm just like, throw that out. Then a RAID 6 volume, one of the fucking SAS disks apparently has smart errors. So I go and I do some fucking bullshit to make that go. Like I'm waiting for the fucking for the RAID controller to just go and do its thing and repair the volumes. And it's like 3-4 hours later, it boots up. And I still have SAS disks that are marked bad, but I don't have any resources to get them replaced. So if you have some 300 gigabyte, 15K RPM, 2.5 inch SAS hard drives, and you're willing to ship them to me, I very much appreciate you, because right now my RAID arrays, they are degraded, and that's making me shit bricks, and I'm doing what I can. But it's a bad situation. Anyway, so I then spend the next fucking 4 goddamn hours, diagnosing my network, because internet's up. You know, I have a VM that like a series of pfSense VMs that I have a fiber optic SFP module going straight into an enterprise switch, VLAN tagged. Those tagged ports, they go to a virtual machines. So those virtual machines, I finally got them up and running. And also I need more fucking hardware, because I shouldn't be running my whole network off of goddamn virtual machines on ESX. So please, for the love of God, I need resources here. This is killing me. Anyway, so I spent 4 hours diagnosing why, for some ungodly reason, I'm able to load some sites. But others, they're just like not loading. So I'm able to load Twitter.com, but a lot of Twitter.com subnets, they're not loading. Like they're image CDNs. I'm getting a lot of broken images. Just things are fucking half busted. And then after so long, because I figured that the fucking managed switch lost its configuration, that whoever came up with baby giant frames, I want to fucking kill you. Okay? So, if you don't know what a baby giant or baby jumbo frame is, jumbo frames are anything over the MTU of 1500. And the fiber line coming into my basement is, it's PPPoE. So, I get a whole bunch of PPPoE, public IP leases, whatever the fuck. And what a baby giant frame is the ability to have a slightly oversized frame so that you're not using a typical PPPoE 1492 frame. So there's no fragmentation involved. I'm using baby giant frames, and so my fucking managed switch loses the configuration, and it took me this long to figure out that, oh hey, my network is fucking half fucked because the VLAN tagged port suddenly lost its configuration toggle that enabled jumbo frame. And I go and I toggle it on, and all of a sudden everything just starts working. I'm like, I fucking hate technology! And that was a day of hell.
That
all because of
is
fucking,
a day of hell.
That was a day of hell. All because the fucking power company didn't notify me ahead of time that, hey, we're going to be working on your fucking power grid and shutting you off for 5 hours. Oh, and by the way, it's Canadian winter. Do you know how cold I got? I had to bundle up my fucking winter coat in my fucking house, and my animals were bundling up with me for warmth.
That is not fun.
No.
I think I have an echo if I get loud on your end, Kurt.
I'm moving away. Can you keep talking?
No, it's me echoing through your speakers. Or
no
I'm
speakers.
echoing through your mic, Mac. Whatever. As long as it's only me hearing the stupidity. Thanks for that hype train, everybody. San Antonio, DevNull, Doxy, Vassar, Anonymous, everybody. That was awesome. Yeah, I've had those days before. I do not have any 300 gigs. All of mine are, I've got the 16 bay ones, so I've got the 146 gig ones filling all the bays. So yeah.
Yeah, so my pool, it's a bunch of Dell Power Edges.
Yep.
620s, 720s, so on and so forth, and it's all backed by an 8-bay Synology with a 10 gig SFP card.
Nice.
So that's my storage pool in my infrastructure, but I because I need more networking equipment, I try to keep things on the local storage arrays. So I have a Perk 7 RAID array, H710, blah blah blah, driving most of my boxes, and most of the arrays are just a whole bunch of 2.5-inch SAS disks, and those are starting to fail.
The perks are usually pretty good. I mean, I've liked the P410s on my Pro Alliance a little better than the perk, but they're just a little faster on the rebuilds. But stability wise, I'm way more scared when the HP loses power than I am when the Dell loses power.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Like you got the battery backup, right? Cache. I have an SSD as a Cascade volume.
Yep.
So it's all pretty fucking rock solid. Just it's not fun when you have an unexpected power loss because one, your primary UPS is losing battery capacity and you only just found out. And two, your power company tells you that, hey, we're about to cut power. Because I would have shut down the cluster and left the fucking Wi-Fi router hanging off that son of a bitch.
Hey, I mean, if Zimanol, if you want to provide us both with, like, you know, some really large, like, EMC petabyte clusters, like, that actually do it, let's call it, correct at those sizes, we're right here, man. So they're here in Massachusetts. Their warehouse is about 2 hours from me. I don't know how you get in it, but I mean, I'm sure you're like me. We don't have the money for this, so I'm not gonna ask questions when it shows up.
A lot of people say that, you know, like if you don't want to fucking send me money or whatever, that's fine. Like I have a list of equipment that I need that. I would love it if you got fucking like Amazon gift cards. You got fucking Amazon gift cards or whatever the fuck. Like I will give you a goddamn list. There's just like things that I desperately need, and that's not just for 420 chan. It's not just for like insert this that. It is literally like just everything. Also, I need security cameras and a Ubiquiti Dream Machine Pro. So, please, for the love of God, help me.
Right. My camera right now is right here on a little stand, and it's my iPhone. Because I don't have a real camera. Well, I mean, it is a real camera, but you know what I mean. I would much prefer having, like, a nice, like, you know, camera setup, but I don't believe either of us are Mr. Beast, so we can't afford his closet full of, like, 200 freaking 5K cameras.
Yes, I need a cradle, but that cradle needs to go to the baby mama that's in another country right now.
Indeed.
And can we not go there?
Yeah, let's save that one. I mean, chat, you guys have been awesome. We're a little over an hour in. It says an hour 30, but I know we were like 17 minutes there on the start screen. What else do you guys want to talk about? Yeah, what was your question? Just only signed up to chat.
Ubiquity gear is fucking expensive, except for the very specific components of Ubiquity gear that I am looking at. And remember, I'm a Canadian, so US dollar, good conversion rate. I don't go for the fucking like $2,000 Ubiquity gear. I'm looking for very specific stuff. I'm a cost-conscious motherfucker.
Indeed. That is why specifically my rack is filled with, 8-year-old Dells and HPs, because they work fine. There's 120 cores in each of those, and they both have 384 gigs of RAM now, so like...
Let me put it this way. So a Ubiquity Dream Machine Pro, there's a reason why I want to go with that specific solution, because that allows me to have 10 gig ingest through SFP, have that be the IDS and logging infrastructure for most of my network. On top of that, it also
which includes
allows
things like 420chan, by the way. Like, he's not talking about just having his own home he's not trying to build up his own home computer for gaming or something. Like, this is like real infrastructure for hosting real sites.
Real sites with a lot of fucking traffic. Like, we're talking like 10, 20 terabytes a month. So, and on top of that, it also has the integration for a complete and utter local physical security system. AKA, I can hook a bunch of fucking security cameras into that motherfucker and have all my camera feeds. Like, I want an all-in-one solution. I want no bullshit. I want something that is tried, tested, and true. And also, on top of that, reason why I go with the DMP Pro is because Ubiquity involved with my ISP. So there are very few products out there on the market that are able to sync with my ISP just using the direct fiber conduit at 2.5 gigabit speed. Ubiquity is one of those companies. So there's a very specific reason why I need to go with their gear. And that explains the situation.
There you go. So we have definitely talked a lot about this stuff. Let's see. Yo, Kurt, have you ever dealt with competitors during your years of being an image board admin other than the drug-themed chans? I mean, I don't fully understand the question. He has literally interacted with almost every other chan owner that's existed.
To the point where sometimes some smaller chans are just like, they hit me up for advice, or I show up in their Discord and most of their users think that I'm a fucking imposter. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of stories. Some of them I will not tell because of laws. And yes, I've had a lot. Any image board owner that is on the level, that has some skin in the game and is not just out there to cause chaos, chances are that I know them, I'm friends with them, or become friends with them, or acquaintances, and we pass notes back and forth over time. This is a common thing. Consider it like, the whole joke, there is no cabal. But in certain scenes, there is a fucking cabal. And there are gentlemen's agreements. There are discussions that happen behind the scenes. And this is one of the many reasons why Jim Watkins needs to fucking go. It's just image board politics. Not to sound like a fucking mafia ringleader, but it is what it is. Whew. Yeah, scenes, they tend to be self-regulating. Goes for anything. It goes for hacker culture. It goes for fucking the wear scene. It goes for image boards. It goes for anything that is outside the bounds of your typical internet general capitalism nightmares. realistically speaking, it, like, 4chan's a huge fucking site. 2channel, fucking huge. But realistically speaking, those don't exist within the bounds of typical corporate constructs. Like, it's complicated, to say the least. I'm not going to continue speaking on this, but like there are prominent figures that have had skin in the game for a long fucking time. If you just watched the QAnon Anonymous podcast that had Jihad, aka Foxnet, on it, discussing how far-right trolls and 4chan and all that extended, including Anonymous and the FBI, various FBI raids that occurred in 2011 and 2012.
Yep.
I have known him for going on, holy shit, 15...
It's been a while.
Fucking 2003. I've known him a long motherfucking time. And there's a lot there. Yes.
Yes.
GNAA.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
No, he didn't do a QAnon thing. So QAnon Anonymous podcast is not a Q podcast. It's a podcast of people that skewer Q and go and pay attention to the bullshit going involved in the thing. Jihad was just a guest on there, working with Dale Moran, who is a good friend of mine, talking about the extension from basically how low tax bans anime from something awful, leading to a bunch of motherfuckers trying to overthrow the government on January 6th.
Yeah, all the way through, start to finish.
Yeah. So the domino effect, and regardless. I'm just going to throw it out there. Jihad does not like this guy right here. He don't. And in fact, he is angry. I've known him for a long time, and he is angry at me that I am friends with this man.
Yeah. I have my enemies, and they are...
he is...
consistent.
Okay, listen. He ain't a fucking snitch, and I'm not going to get into it.
Indeed. But shit is what it is. Whatever. I am not mad at all, and people are allowed to have their opinions. And in the end, when
what? I am a dangerous motherfucker. If somebody has an opinion on something like that, I will test that opinion.
Right.
So, truth be told, this guy right here has been disclosed on a number of things, and guess what? Nothing's fucking happened. He ain't a fucking snitch. Fuck you.
The amount of things that would have gone wrong if I was over the last decade, there are a lot of people who aren't in jail who can probably attest to that. But I don't really talk much about that stuff, because in the end, when I look at what Foxnet and Jihad is doing, it's like every time someone interacts with me in a way where they might be, in their mind, or in Foxnet's Jihad's mind, talking to a snitch, all Jihad's trying to do is keep them from getting themselves in trouble, which is honestly a noble cause. I mean, it's targeted right at my fucking head, so it's a little annoying, but there's good intentions behind what's going on there, I think, personally. True. So that's why I don't fight too terribly hard or talk too terribly much about it.
Yes.
So that's, in fact, all I'm going to say about it.
It's true.
Indeed.
We don't fight about it.
Yeah.
I make comments at him. We're in a lot of shared spaces. In fact, I even told him that apparently the Department of Homeland Security is stirring a little bit because of your appearance on that QAA podcast. I heard that through some back channels, and I let him know. So, yeah.
When did Jihad start doing that? 2012? Somewhere around there?
Basically, somebody sent him some documents from Pacer, and it hasn't ended ever since.
Yeah, but it was 2012. It was somewhere way back then.
On top of that, you have your whole Uranon news drama that contributes to that.
Oh God,
and-
yeah. All the Uranon news drama is just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now I think it's in the right hands, and I'm really happy with where it's landed. But there were random times when it wasn't. I mean, I think there was a small group of anarchists that I really enjoyed having control of it for a couple years there. Then some of the old school Anons got their hands back on it. I know they hate me for this, but I was happy when it honestly got out of Jackal's hands. I was.
I'll
upset.
tell you what.
I was
I'll
upset
tell you
at
what.
the
No,
way
no, no,
that
no,
that
no, no,
happened.
no, no. They don't hate you for that. I'll tell you that right now.
Good, because like I didn't play a role in it actually coming out of their hands. I was just there when it happened, like guilty by association, basically. But
Everyone fucking hates Jackal.
Well, at
Everyone.
that moment that it all went down, it was just Jackal was not in a good mental headspace at that moment, and everyone gets to those places, and it was better that someone else was in control of it. And so a lot of us, as we watched it switch hands, were like, well, this is better for now. But, only one person at that time period had access to the actual master password for that account. The rest of us were all using the group tweet app to send through it. We were authorized by that person, and that person was, not Jackal or anyone else. It was an outsider who had been given the password and told, you run it now. Without asking for it, by the way.
Yeah. That person is wonderful. And as far as Jackal goes, he has a lot of scars that he inflicted on a lot of people. A lot of people that I'm friends with that. See, okay. When I talk about anonymous drama, please understand that I am a very strange central nexus of a lot of people that have a lot of fucking old standing beef with one another and fucking despise each other.
Oh yeah.
But I understand where each one is coming from. I am friends with every single one of them. I don't expect them to agree with me on why I give each of these people the time of day. I don't. And they are terrified. A lot of them, honestly, they are terrified for my personal safety. And I appreciate that. And I love you for it.
Right, like I said earlier. Their intentions are there. Like they're in the right spot. It's just
exactly. I am a man that always 100% of the time, like unequivocally, I go with my gut. And my gut has not yet, to this day, my gut has not yet served me wrong. So if you see this at some point in the future, just understand that I understand that your heart is in the right place, but I always go with my gut, and I always shit test people.
Yep.
And that has never gone wrong. So please trust my judgment more than you have in the past.
Indeed. So what else do you guys want to hear about? Find another topic. What about Ali Alexander? I mean, Ali can go fuck himself.
I don't want to go into that because there's probably a lot of stuff I shouldn't say.
I mean, there's a lot of Yan stuff from the background that just doesn't need to be talked about. It's just estimates on how many people. I mean, so the very, very original crew was actually an IRC channel, and there were randomly, depending on how you looked at it, like 10 people in there, and only about half of them had true access to it. The rest could just post a thing and it would go through. But 2 people really started it, Jackal being one of them. Again, I say that because everyone knows that at this point. After that group, 3 more people were added to it, and it was those 3 and Jackal and one other person, and then 2 more people were added to that crew, and so like we're now up to like somewhere around 10 people have had access to it. That lasts for a few years. That crew actually was pretty solid for a while. And during that time period,
Cassandra Fairbanks.
Well, no, that's the crew from 11 and 12. Which was a weird time for your non-news.
Fucking Ron Brenner was saying that, like, I was told that Cassandra Fairbanks had no involvement with your non-news. And it's like, oh my God, shut the fuck up, leave me alone. But on top of that, yes, she did.
Yeah, I have
Fuck
no
you.
idea how I'm echoing at this point. But whatever. Yeah, you guys are dealing with, there's two of me talking. It's like an album. We're recording it and we're doing the voiceover over. The overdubbing, like every Nirvana album. Which I love, by the way. But the overdubbing's great. But,
to be clear, I do not have direct access to Uranon News. Don't fucking ask me to tweet from that account. I
haven't had access to it since last time I actually had access to that was 2013, late 2013.
And do not.
I almost had it outright by myself. I was handed the master password by a drunk person who said, I can't handle any of this drama anymore. He disabled the group tweet, handed me a sheet of paper with the master password on it, and walked off and then said, change this before I change my mind. I stood there holding it like,
Anon to world, Anon to Earth. He is not the primary fucking interface of the account. He left it. Leave him alone. Yeah.
So I chased the guy back down and was like, no thanks. Because I'd been using the account then for almost a year through the group stuff, and it is a full-time job to run that damn account, and I don't have time for that account and its drama and how much work it is to actually use it properly. Like, it needs a team. And so it ended up basically being handed off to someone who was just mentioned, two other people, and then a little collective that works out of a house of anarchists. And all of them together ran it for a long time until recently. Anon2 World and a few of the others. I mean, they literally announced it on Uranon News saying, thanks for serving us. So they announced, like, the 4 people who were leaving, like, what was it, 2 months ago? 3 months ago? Somewhere back then.
Yeah, about 2.5 months ago. It was Discordian, Anon2 World, a handful of others.
Amazing. Anon2 World's amazing.
Discordian is a wonderful person, and I am really heartbroken that fucking shitlords keep chasing him off of Twitter.
Yeah, Discordian is fucking amazing, and people need to be cool with Discordian because I fucking love Discordian. Like, of all the Anons, one of my better friends. Like, I just love fucking Discordian. But yeah, so like, if I was estimating, it's probably been through 25 total hands, but at any one time, that was like 8 people with access at once through a group setup. The bigger problem was that every time we had group setups in place for that damn thing, things like Group Tweet or the others, or the way you could group up on the initial versions of TweetDeck before Twitter bought it, like, were taken away, and the API was changed, and so we had to find another group tool, and that kept happening.
Okay, so the Uranon News thing, posting my phone number, that was literally that phone number Rick rules you. That was me and Uranon News having some fun. Let's troll some Q retards. Okay?
Indeed.
So basically, when I re-entered the picture, we started rolling things back a little bit, and let's just say that Anonymous is having a little bit more fun, a little bit less serious business, a little bit more of hey, let's rickroll some motherfuckers and just just have it up, have a little bit more lulls, because lulls make the world go round. And I will be clear here, just because a lot of the stuff that I'm involved with is boosted by Uranon News does not mean that I have direct access to Uranon News. It just means no, period. Just get that fucking thought out of your head.
On the music thing there, Thresher Rob. Yeah, I would say during the early Chronology days, I was pretty much sitting there getting everything done on like 30-40 hour sprints before going to sleep, and it was Rise Against the Uprising, the Unraveling, the first album, when they were still like local in Chicago, and the first few of them they actually like made themselves on their home computer. That album was pretty much on loop for probably 3 weeks straight, nonstop, all day, every day. So yeah, that album definitely, its energy, it was fast paced. It's that I needed. Yeah, and we did. Funny enough, I said this on one of the others, but we had stations up where we could all tune in and listen, streamed radio. and IceCast basically, and we had DJs who literally just ran a non-DJ. Like there were like 3 or 4 stations, and you could listen to them, and Anons were just DJing high energy music like non-fucking stop for us. And one of the funnier moments that happened is we actually one night had Dave Navarro show up and DJ for Anonymous for like 8 hours. For anyone who knows who Dave Navarro is from, multiple bands, Jane's Addiction, Red Hot Chili Peppers. But yeah, he DJ'd for us for like 8 straight hours. Like, and that was awesome.
That is indeed awesome. It's even more awesome when you understand the mechanics behind the scenes.
Of how that happens,
yeah. Yeah. But that's not something I'm going to get into. Woo!
Good times. Yeah, we'll figure out the echo for next week. But yeah, what else? Yeah, non-radio is still going. It's still a thing.
By the way, Dave Navarro, Ink Master, fucking awesome show.
Indeed.
Hilarious at times.
It's always weird to me when you see that show and they call the humans canvases. Like, here's your canvas, and I'm like, no, that's a human. That's a person. They have a name, and I'm like, wait, no, that's actually how you talk in this. But it still feels weird.
Here, peeky.
Right?
Woo.
Yeah, so this weekend, Sunday, we are going to be doing movie night, as we always do. 7 p.m. it starts. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but we are doing Gleaming the Cube, Pump Up the Volume, and Empire Records as the 3 movies. 3 freaking awesome movies.
Yo, can we do, just for like a nerd hilarious thing, can we do a showing of the FP?
Yeah. Dude, Gleaming the Cube is the best looking movie. I grew up skating too. And I actually broke this arm in 7 places when I was 11-year-old trying my first time ever actually getting out of the half pipe, came back down and smashed it on the coping, and it just shattered. It was not a fun experience, let me tell you. The rest of skateboarding that was not.
DFP, if you aren't aware, it's a post-apocalyptic movie about gang warfare being settled through bouts of Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah, there's some nerd movies we could nerd out to, and that's one of them. Maybe we do that in a few weeks. If you're on the Discord, we talk about it. There's actually a movie night channel on the Discord, which is in the chat there. You can all join it and make suggestions. Like, we suggest, like, literal full nights. So, we had the night where we did we can do the gaming ones. We can do the wizard. Yeah. We can do the wizard. We can do the FP.
The wizard.
Yeah, dude, hey, I mean, Fred Savage is good in that movie. Come on. Let's all agree. No.
It's
still a funny movie.
No, literally that Viceland script press release. I was fucking watching the movie. I was watching Sneakers and Hackers and just fucking grinding this fucking thing out. Just trying to get it out there. Up until like we were done with the night. So yes, it was quite the evening.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun on that stuff. Everyone in the chat can thank Budoshin for hosting and giving us these awesome shows.
The future, okay, I run a platform that is a lot like that one that you're using, and it's called Time and TV. And it has its own streaming infrastructure. So, I'm just saying, in the future...
Is it possible for Budo to stream easily from their Plex setup?
If he can do RTMP, he can do it.
That's you guys are both on the Discord.
All right. So in the future, I mean, I have a place that's all about gray area fucking live streaming. So
yeah.
We
talk it out. However
right.
We do this, but yeah, we have a lot of fun on movie night.
I am immune to copyright police.
Indeed. And that's a plus for movie night. Because we could do movie night here on Amazon, but there's one problem with it. See, they added this feature where you can host movie night for your subs. But the only movies you can play, it gives you a search box where you can search Amazon Prime Video, and you search, and then the only people who can see it are Amazon Prime subscribers, and if you're not, you just see an ad. So, so I don't really want to do that, because, like, that, I'm not sitting here having a channel that's mostly ads for Amazon. Like, that's not a thing. So we're going to do it a different way.
So when recent resolutions went through with the U.S. government involving copyrighted live streams, just know this: I make no money off it. I do it for the fucking fun of doing it because fuck you, copyright police. There are no ads. No nothing, no monetization. I just do it for the lulz. Realistically.
Let's go.
And I've been doing it for fucking professional wrestling for over a decade now.
Nice.
And there are multiple copyright police that fucking hate my goddamn guts. To the point where if I even tweet at them, one of them even deleted their account because they got hired by AEW. But I even tweet at them. They just immediately block and silence. But they haven't been able to do shit to me in over 10 years. I got banned from buying Ring of Honor tickets. And like this one particular copyright agent banned me from buying Ring of Honor tickets. And my response was to reverse engineer the barcode format for the service that they use for live events, get in with forged tickets, and then buy fucking $200 of merchandise. And I took a picture of this. Was like, ha, fuck you. And while we were continuing to live stream a live event, and he blocked me on that. But basically, he's been trying to get at me for a decade. He has failed to do so. And I hope that I continue to cause him personal anguish. And basically, if you need to do some fucking community-ass live streams on the level, no fucking ads, no shady shit, hit me up. I'm your man. I know how to navigate that gray area. I love it. And fuck you, Nate Glass.
Indeed. Fuck that guy.
Ha!
So, let's see, what do we got going on here? What else? We've talked about all kinds of fun shit. Movie night's going to be fun again, as always. So everyone come join the Discord so you can kind of be involved when that happens. What else do you guys want to talk about?
Canadian Glenn clearly knows what I'm talking about. And honestly, it's kind of amusing that him and I haven't been introduced before. But, hi.
You guys have talked.
WooTube. Yeah, that's my baby. Woo.
You guys have talked in the past. You might just not, know it.
We have, but like I'm talking
not about this topic.
Term. Not about this topic. New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yes, yeah. That whole fucking thing. Woo.
Yeah, I'd like to bring this up for all the people who missed the very beginning. We opened it up with this wonderful image. This was the beginning of the show for all of you people who came in late. You can take a look at that and laugh along with us. That's good old Mike Jones, if you might remember from our last couple episodes that we talked about him with Kurt. The supposed guy from You're Not News, beginning of Anonymous, whatever. I don't know. None of us have ever heard of the fool. But he used Anonymous to get jobs, to get work, to get all kinds of stuff. And from what we can tell, he might have been around for a month once back in like 2012 or 10 or 13 or something. Fucking sometime around then. And that's about all we can figure out. Yeah, so once we went at him for, hey, why are you telling everyone you're all these things that you're not, he did this. And the funny thing here for, again, everyone who missed this at the beginning of it all, on I'm blocked by Mike Jones, and that's a locked account. You can see with the lock next to his name. So I couldn't see this, and he knew I couldn't see it. So yeah.
I am friends with him on Discord because he liked to cry at me like, why are you doing
for Jeremy,
this?
the image is Mike Jones, and it says at Gregg Housh, what do you think about boxing match? Proceeds go to women in tech. I would love to sort this out for a good cause. So good old Mike challenging me to a boxing match is what he did.
It's interesting that he didn't challenge me to a boxing match because I would just go fucking at it and be like, I don't give a fuck about the ring rules. I bite, bitch.
And after that image, I showed my response, which was, me looking hype as fuck at 17 years old in that 70s Everlast gear. Like, come on, tell me which one. Well, I mean, obviously the other guy was gonna kick my ass if we actually fought. There was no contest there, but like, I still
Who's your fighter?
I was still having fun with all of that shit. Yeah, so Jeremy, you can't see it, but there's an old catalog from a boxing company, Ringside, where I'm actually dressed in old 70s boxing gear and standing next to a guy who is way bigger, way stronger, wearing Ringside stuff. And it's a joke and it's funny. I loved it. I loved working with those people. It was fun times. I mean, you guys have to understand that while I think, like, at a normal physical level, I could probably take this guy, you all have to remember that I obliterated my right knee 2 years ago now, and I still walk with a horrible limp, and, like, if I even step wrong, like on a rock or something, my knee goes. Like, it literally just goes. It doesn't, like, I walk and, like, you walk and your knee bends, da-da-da-da, right? No. My knee will go all the way sideways with the top part staying here, and it'll snap, like, and it hurts like a motherfucker.
I'm at peak physical condition, unless I'm typing on the keyboard for long periods of time. But I will take any motherfucker. I don't even fucking give a shit. Jesus Christ! I relish combat and war.
So like,
I'm okay.
If we fought, like, I'm okay. I would have to, like, wear a big knee brace, and there wouldn't be much of the, like, the fucking moves. I'd be kind of standing dead still, just, rope-a-doping, I guess. I mean, no floating like a butterfly.
I took martial arts throughout most of my childhood through to.
Oh, I trained while I worked there. I actually have all the fundamentals. I'm decent at it, but, like, my leg would definitely pose me a little problem, although maybe that would even things up. I don't know.
Look, I've gotten in confrontations in public where it's just like, I don't know, fuck you, let's just fucking go. Like, I don't even give a shit. If you want to fucking go with me toe to toe, like, you're ready to fucking go. I don't give a shit how beat the fuck up I am the next day. I will fucking go.
Yeah.
I am just, like, complete and utter, like, YOLO, toe to toe, like, oh, hey, you want to fucking talk shit? You're gonna fucking get hit. I don't even give a fuck.
My question is, with everyone who went at him, and everyone went way stronger than me. I just showed up and kind of called him out. Everyone else did a bunch more shit. Why does he keep coming at me when you guys did so much worse than I did, and stayed around for hours after I left? He, no matter what, every time still just points at this guy and is like, this guy is what? Yeah, I mean, obviously he's just clout chasing, I guess, but still, like,
yeah, he's like, he's the one that is known.
Yeah,
he's the one. But realistically speaking, like, I'm the motherfucker that son of a bitch needs to be talking to.
I agree.
And it's like, I ain't ever heard of you.
Yeah, like,
nobody that I'm talking to has ever heard of you.
Same. Ugh. Anyways, yeah. That was funny shit. I don't know. I still think that image was just fucking hilarious. I don't know. That was like, wow. Like, the fact that he sent that after blocking me so he knew I couldn't see it, like, that's an internet tough guy for you. That's woo.
That's an internet tough guy that is completely and utter, like, just the way that his reactions were and everything. Like, my ex would like to tell you that I'm horrible at psychology, but realistically speaking, I'm sorry, I really shouldn't have gone there. My apologies. I can fucking tell when somebody is full of shit. And the way that Mike Jones is reacting, just this whole fucking reaction, this whole thing, including starting all the way from us showing up in his Zoom chat, and being like, "Are there going to be problems?" They're going on his complete and utter inability to actually answer any of my very pointed and legal related questions. What was your handle? What have you done? What were you there for? When were you fucking arrested? What ops were you involved in? Why are you here? Why are you fucking talking about being a CI like it's a good thing? He did not answer fucking anything. And from there, I know immediately, like straight up, you're a fucking fraud. Just do not try that shit with me. Do not fucking lie to me. It never ends well.
That guy.
Do not lie to me, ever. If I ask you something, don't fucking lie to me, because I will fucking know, and you're not gonna have a good time. That just in general, if I'm asking you things, probably there's a very good and pointed reason for it. And I won't grill any motherfucker that comes my way. So just don't try to fucking bullshit me. Just don't do it. The moment you do, like, it's out of my hands. I'm gonna dunk on you, and then you're gonna have a whole lot of other people that are just gonna start tearing your shit the fuck up. That's pretty much all I gotta say about it. Woo!
Good times.
Just be real with me. Be honest, and you're gonna be okay.
Indeed. So what else does chat want us to talk about? I'm actually starting to feel it. I need some dinner. I'm getting a little tired. I think we're going to call it relatively soon.
PSYOP is Canadian for Kirtaner.
Nice.
That was good. That was good. I agree with that. Woo! Holy shit.
Indeed. Indeed.
Fuck.
Yeah, that is the handle he goes by, Stinger with a 3. But I think we're done for the night. Bardam, thanks for that sub there. Get over in the Discord if you want to come to movie night on Sundays. It's every Sunday at 7. Barring any major problems, but it's fun. You heard we're doing Gleaming the Cube and Pump Up the Volume, one of my favorite movies of all time, and Empire Records. I mean, all three of them are easily in my top 20 favorite movies of all time, but Pump Up the Volume is a top 5er. Wow. One of the things I didn't realize is we were sitting here the other day, and on the TV, a movie, Broken Arrow with freaking Christian Slater and John Travolta came on the TV, and I left it there for a minute, and it's Christian Slater and the woman who was his girlfriend in his love interest in Pump Up the Volume as his love interest in this other movie. So I'm wondering now, does she play his love interest in like multiple like early 90s movies, or like was this her thing? Were they actually dating and they got the movies together? I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny. Yeah. Good times. Yeah, we have lots of movies we've kind of added to the list of things we want to watch. But by all means, come over and suggest anything. Like, if you can suggest like theme nights where there's like 2 or 3 that are the same thing, I love the idea of Fight Club, but what do you pair with Fight Club? Like, tell me what you would put with Fight Club. What's the theme? Ready Player One's one of my favorites.
Just do like.
If I eat
no, okay. Fight Club. You do Fight Club, and then you do a marathon of Mr. Robot. Because Mr. Robot has the trappings of Project Mayhem and all that shit.
It does.
And then the meta commentary or the meta reference of Anonymous and Rules 1 and 2. I picked that one up really quickly. And then you go into something else.
I like the idea of there's one up here. Snatch, 12 Monkeys, and Fight Club is interesting, but I like the idea of Fight Club, 12 Monkeys, and Warriors.
Yeah,
Standard Darkly is a good one.
Naturally fits the theme there. Good movie. A little different.
Well, the problem with eating before the stream, like people keep saying, is when I start setting up for the stream is around like 6 my time, and I am definitely not ready for dinner at 6.
When do you eat breakfast?
Like 10:30, and then
Okay.
I eat lunch at like 2 p.m.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Like, yeah. Yeah, good times, good times. Well, hey, man, if I could take a 20-minute break and just turn the ads on, I mean, I was told, watching a YouTube video on how to monetize this crap, that if you take, like, 10-minute breaks and do that, that's actually how Ninja made all of his early money. He got it to the point where even with only, like, 1,000 subs, he was making an extra $1,000 a month just because he played so many damn ads at his audience. But I don't want to be that guy. I fucking hate ads.
Yeah, right?
I have ad blockers on everything you can put an ad blocker on. Like, I'd put an ad blocker on my microphone if I could. Like, there are ad blockers on everything.
I run a high traffic website, and do you know how many times I would just like fucking pull all advertising down?
Right?
It's because I'm fucking sick of ad tech. I do like roll your own. Just you email me, I reply, we work it out, and then I just put a fucking image tag linking to a website because fuck ad tech. And like,
so yeah, guys, I am done for the night. I think we're at a good spot here. We covered a ton of subjects. John Matze lying about why he left. I really think he was going to get fired either way, and this is him trying to cover his ass. Yeah. So, good times. I have been told that I could go eat and leave you two on the stream. I think you two both need a break too.
Yeah. And also,
You're not wrong though. Maybe we can do that one of these nights. We can cycle some breaks.
Yeah.
All right.
People,
you know
people are apparently taking screenshots of me throughout tonight and just like showing like, this man is clearly unhinged. Look at him.
I mean, it looks like you might have been on your way to drunk when we started, is why they're doing it, I think.
I was sober as fuck.
Oh, I know. I'm saying that's what I think they think.
No, I'm only 3 drinks in, baby. Like, you want to see some of the crazy-ass faces I had earlier in the show? No. That is me when I'm fucking stone cold sober.
This guy is
so if you want to know,
up.
I am a fucking bundle of energy and chaos. So when I get going, like, that ain't fucking nothing. So
You're making me feel all guilty, Jeremy. You're making me feel all guilty for us all needing to go eat dinner. All
you know
right.
what happens when
Just
I get
for
really
you.
drunk? I mellow out and I just start fucking crying about my
Just
existence.
for you, Jeremy, we're going to do 2 things. One, we're going to figure out how I eat mid-show so maybe it doesn't become a problem. He's going to order a pizza next time like he did a couple streams ago that made him, like when we did the 4-hour stream, you might remember he had a pizza show up mid-stream and that worked for him. I might do something similar next stream. But you know what, Kurt? You know what they're asking for, right? I mean, every stream you know what they're asking for. They want another 4 or 5, 6 hour stream at some point.
You know what?
They do.
They can get that.
Maybe
get
next
that
week
eventually.
or the week after.
Maybe, but right now I will give you a consolation prize of shoe on head.
Shoe on head. You know, that is fair. I want to tell you that these are the most comfortable shoes of all time. These little things with no fucking nothing to fucking tie up. These little Skechers are amazing. These are my shoes.
I have to take my shoe off first.
Do it! All right, let's do it. It's a fucking shoe on head trio. Let's
all of us. All right, shoe on head. There you go. It is now the shoe on head show. Everyone can screenshot us with our shoe on head, you know. Yeah, definitely. I know that's coming. Yeah, good times. So the stream is certified now.
Sharpie and Pooper is fake.
Yeah. So, anyways, all the old fun, Chan. So this is it. This is good night, everyone. We will work out how to do a marathon stream maybe next week. We'll come up with some earlier content. We'll get some video stuff to play. I'll make sure I have dinner in the middle. He's gonna order a pizza. However we do it, we're gonna make it happen. If you guys would like to order him a
treat
pizza,
stream. I'll set a fucking treat stream, and then we'll just have fucking fast food just hitting all of us at random intervals.
Right? Like, if you guys would like to order him one, he'll set it up where that can happen. So, and if you guys would like me to, have the same, my name, which is all over the stream, as you can see right there in like 10 different places, is my Cash App and my Venmo, and there's a tip button, and then I'll buy an awesome dinner for myself midstream. That'll keep me going. Right now, I think I have some crackers and maybe some bread in there. I'm not sure what's left in the kitchen. My kitchen's kind of empty. I'm gonna make it work somehow.
Mine is too. I've been subsisting off of microwave burritos and pizza pockets for the last several days.
Right. Yeah, so anyways, everyone, thanks for that, Dev Null. Maybe we do that next time. You're killing me, Jeremy. You know I feel the love, but I gotta go. Show's over, everybody. Good night.
I will tell you, if you want to fucking mail me shit, I'll tell you the .gov, the fucking .gov website you can get my information from to mail me shit. And yes, I intend for that to sound intimidating.
All right, everyone. Have fun. This was awesome. As always, love you, chat. And good night.
Night.